moonshine himself. Ladies and gentlemen, the unified welterweight champion of the world, Errol Spence, had a recent interview where he was touching on a couple subjects, especially pertaining to the welterweight division and his future endeavors. Errol Spence touched on the base of the possibility of fighting Manny Pacquiao. He touched on the base, of course, of the possibility of fighting Terrence Crawford and also Danny Swift Garcia. But what surprised me was what he said about Keith Thurman. He said that in the beginning of the interview, he said he's willing to fight, and he told Al Heyman that he's willing to fight everybody that he wanted to fight. And then later on in the interview, he said, matter of fact, like, he don't want to give Keith Thurman the chance to fight him because he's not in his top list anymore. He don't want him anymore. He was calling him out, and he felt like Keith Thurman didn't give him a chance. So he don't want to fight Keith Thurman because he don't want to give him the chance, and he feel like it's nothing to gain with Keith Thurman no more. It's not on his radar no more. If he fights Keith Thurman, what is he gonna gain, right? But doesn't contradict himself when he says, but he can't wait to fight Danny Swift Garcia? I mean, Errol Spence beat Sean Porter, correct? Sean Porter beat Danny Swift Garcia, correct? Keith Thurman beat Sean Porter, correct? Keith Thurman beat Danny Swift Garcia, correct? So why is he so adamant about fighting Danny Swift Garcia? What is he going to gain by fighting Danny Swift Garcia? See, this is the thing now. First and foremost, I do not say that any fighter is a ducker, avoids, nothing like that. Fighters fight. That's what they do. Yet there's managers and promoters. That's the duckers in the sport of boxing. That's who's going to be ducking which fighter, who's going to tell you which fighter you should fight. Al Heyman is manager and advisor. Do you know what manager and advisor means? Go check it out, Google it, Webster definition or whatever. An advisor and a manager is a guy that handles your career and also gives you an advice. Guess what? Errol Spence, Keith Thurman has the same manager and advisor. Correct? Correct. So let's get that thing out of the way. So there's going to be a lot of people out there, because I see it in the comment box, I see it in a couple of channels, they're going to be like, oh, Errol Spence has a valid point. Because a lot of people feel that Keith Thurman dogged Errol Spence. The narrative don't change. The narrative stays the same. The robotic narrative, that's what I call it. Because right now, isn't Errol Spence in the same position as Keith Thurman once was? The unified champion that everybody is calling him out. Matter of fact, Virgil Ortiz called out Errol Spence. Is Errol Spence going to fight Virgil Ortiz? Is Errol Spence ducking of Virgil Ortiz? A lot of people want to say that in 2015, that's when Errol Spence was calling out Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman was the interim WBA champion, a spot in position for a mandatory defense, not a mandatory challenger to whoever's holding the WBA title at that time was Floyd Mayweather. So Keith Thurman is on the verge of fighting these type of names. At that moment, Errol Spence was not even a top 15 welterweight of the world. Go check it out if you want. So, was that a duck? So Keith Thurman needs to go backwards instead of looking forward, instead of looking for the Floyd Mayweather names of the pound when he was just a fight away from that. Remember, Floyd Mayweather chose to fight Andre Berto. Y'all forgot? So, a lot of people said that was a duck, right? I call it wasn't a duck. It's self-explanatory. This is boxing. A lot of casuals and less of hardcore boxing fans. Hardcore boxing fans really understand the business of boxing. That's why I gave you an example. Virgil Ortiz. What's Virgil Ortiz? 15, 16-0, knocking everybody out their mama. He called out Errol Spence. So does Errol Spence fight Terrence Crawford? Does he fight Manny Pacquiao? Or does he fight Virgil Ortiz? Who should Errol Spence fight? Come on, Errol Spence fans. You know, I did one video before and I said Errol Spence fans is probably one of the most delusional fans of the sport of boxing. I want y'all to answer me that question. Who should Errol Spence fight? Virgil Ortiz is the guy in the come up, just like Errol Spence was once, right? When Keith Thurman was a champion. So, does Errol Spence duck Virgil Ortiz? Should he? So he won't fight Bud Crawford, Manny Pacquiao? Is Errol Spence ducking Bud Crawford and not fighting because he want to fight Danny Swift Garcia next? I mean, what is he going to gain? I mean, Errol Spence said he's his own boss, right? So where's the contradicting here? So is Errol Spence a ducker? Something that you think about. Nah, not me. I don't believe that he's ducking. I believe that they go by whatever Al Heyman tells them to do. Al Heyman give him a sheet of paper. He give him some contracts. Here are the names that's available for you, Errol Spence. Here's Danny Swift Garcia. And here's Manny Pacquiao. If Manny Pacquiao's on the list. But right now here's Danny Swift Garcia, Keith Thurman, and Sean Porter rematch. What you got, Errol Spence? What you want to fight? Seems like Errol Spence want to fight the guy that Keith Thurman already beat. I mean, it will be a bigger fight to me, in my opinion, if it's Keith one-time Thurman versus Errol Spence, because that's the fight that a lot of people wanted before. Why not fight Keith one-time Thurman? I mean, he had a year layoff, just like Errol Spence is going to have a year layoff. Oh, Errol Spence doesn't want to give him the chance because he felt like he didn't give him the chance. You in a position right now, Errol Spence in a position right now where whoever he chooses, somebody's going to be sad. If he chooses to fight Danny Swift Garcia, Sean Porter's going to be crying for the WBC. Come on, man. Give me the rematch, yo. Give me the rematch, yo. No, it was a split decision. Can I get a rematch, yo? I was the champion. Can a champion get his chance to get his belt back, which really that belt was vacated by Keith one-time Thurman. It would have looked better if Errol Spence beat Keith one-time Thurman, right? For the belt that he actually vacated to Sean Porter. See, this is what I mean. For the delusional fans there, if you want to call Keith one-time Thurman a ducker, now that Keith Thurman don't have a belt, and he probably wants Errol Spence ducking Keith one-time Thurman. But I guess for y'all, that's going to validate that y'all point. Y'all going to say, yeah, fuck Keith Thurman. Yeah, he didn't want to fight him anyway. If Errol Spence want to fight Danny Swift Garcia over Keith one-time Thurman, I will understand if somebody say that's a duck. Because why? Why would you want to look down? What's a game? Now, he's going to say the WBC give him a mandatory challenge. I'm going to tell you like this. The WBC is not going to mandate Danny Swift Garcia right away to fight, or Errol Spence to fight Danny Swift Garcia right after his accident. Don't play. You already know this is punch drunk boxing. I know the sport of boxing. So, let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think about what Errol Spence is saying, what he said. At the end of the day, like I said, I don't believe no fighters duck anybody. This is really directly of the people and the channels out there that has this narrative constantly that said Keith Thurman ducked Errol Spence. Now the question is Errol Spence ducking Keith one-time Thurman because he'd rather fight Danny Swift Garcia, a guy that Keith Thurman beat? What's a better fight? Keith Thurman versus Errol Spence, or Danny Swift Garcia versus Errol Spence? Your call. Let me see what kind of boxing fan you are. On to the next. You already know, man. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Get my updated videos. Y'all, I love each and every one of y'all. I don't care. We agree or disagree. We all a family. I hope this coronavirus doesn't affect your family. And my heart goes out to the people that's been affected by the coronavirus. I love y'all. God bless. Again, we could disagree, agree. Leave the comment in the comment. We could chop it up. No disrespect. We all adults here. And we're all a family of hardcore boxing fans. You already know. Let's have a dialogue. You already know. It's on to the next.